15. So we're going to do another day of making a buck. We're going to try to see how many plays we can get in, be mindful of our trading, and just overall try to get that 100% accuracy. And in the middle of all that, while all that trading is going on, we'll talk about some morning rituals and whatnot that I do. I'm a very simple human being that you'll learn here today. But just the little things that allow you to be consistent in the morning and just trade well, or at least help trade well. So if you'd like to join us live, because I know that Twitch and YouTube do have a little bit of delay. If you'd like to trade live with us, check us out at wingtrades.com and join our options floor and our options discussion voice channel. And yeah. So what are we looking at this morning? That is a great question. We are looking at, one, a nice breakdown in the after hours and in the futures market on Sunday evening, and then it immediately bounced back up, and we got a move back up here. You can see this area right here corresponds with this area right here. Now we're attempting to get higher highs. You can see the lows eventually turned around and went higher, and the highs are getting higher. So we still have some room to go bullish. This is channeling, as you can see here. The current price is right about here. So we're going to open up in this area. We're going to be very, very mindful of that 78-minute chart. We want it to open and break above 277.11, or at least 277, since we're hugging it so closely. And then we'll be able to get a breakout here. If not, we're going to channel for a while and go back to the 276 zone here. 69, 70, 68. And then if that breaks, we're going to likely see a move back down to yesterday being Friday, yesterday's close. So that is what we're looking at here. Not too bad, but we definitely want to be mindful of what's going on here. So we've got 3 minutes, 2.5 here. I'm going to be playing the Wednesday credits, or the Wednesday options here. We're not going to do credit spreads this morning, just going to keep it very simple and scalp that 1 and 5 minute. So about 2 minutes here. You'll be able to hear my god-awful mechanical keyboard, and if you don't love it, well, that's too bad, because it's fantastic. Alright. So what's on my chart here in the last minute and 20 seconds? So we've got a short-term indicator. This is our 13 EMA. We have a medium-term indicator. This is our 20 SMA. We have some support and resistance lines. Those are automatically generated based on candle movement. And then we have our trusty VWAP. Trusty VWAP is yellow here. We're going to use this quite a bit. You'll see a lot of our plays are VWAP reclaimed, so you get a huge move off of the normal VWAP area, and then you get a curl over and you get that reclaim, and that's a lot of what we can trade. It's a great thing to trade. Here comes the 277 test in pre-market with 40 seconds left. And then the last thing you'll see are these weird dashed green lines or dashed red lines, and this is yesterday's close with this morning's open, yesterday being whatever day this chart was made. So if we look here, yesterday's close was right here, as you can see. It's on this chart as well, on the 78-minute chart, and yesterday's open. So as we bounced up and as we filled that gap, this closes. Once there's no more gray and green dash line here, that means we're back into yesterday's closing range, and we've already covered that area. So let's see here. We're going to get that push by the looks of it. I will never trade the first minute or two because it's simply too choppy. So we're going to sit and enjoy this little bit. Solid push here. 277.18 is that pre-market high for just this area here. And then we've got a 277.35 and a 277.48. So let's see if the bulls can take control this morning after having one hell of a drop on Friday. There's the push. Very nice movement there. As far as the premium on our contract, we're looking at close to $1.70 to $2 at the money there, so that's very nice. Getting close to the normal range in the money is normally at a low volatility time between $1 and $1.20, so we're still pretty high on that premium, but we're getting closer instead of like $2.50 at the money. So what are we looking at right here? Nice move up. We did break this high, but it immediately fell down. Let's see if we can get that push. It looks like we will. Stalled out again right there. The challenge with today is we don't know if we're going to channel for the morning or if we're going to actually have a breakout and some continuation. So I'm going to look at those 277.5s. Yeah, 277.5s are what I'm looking at. But I'm not going to take them until we get a further continuation. I don't like that. It needs to actually get up there. And I'm not going to take the position until we get a confirmed move. That's why we're very cautious in the first 5 minutes here. A little bit of channeling here on the 1 minute. 5 minutes still bullish. On the 5 minute, we're about to get a 5 minute 1320 bullish cross, which already happened here on the 1 minute, but on the 5 minute, we're almost there. Our VWAP is bullish. All of our short and medium term indicators are bullish as well. So we just need to get a move up. And that's all we're waiting on. This is just a little bit too choppy at the moment. It's not worth opening the position until we get a push up. Because at this point, it could very well pull back under and come back to test VWAP. There we go. Those filled at 171. And now we're looking at already a pretty nice move. I'm looking for the move to 277.50. That's what I want to see. The move at 277.50. 277.61 is the nice resistance. Ooh, I don't like that. Is a nice resistance from Friday here. You can see that 277.61. Volume is still increasing, but could very well be selling volume. Ouch. So that was a nice fake out. Want to see how it reacts here. Very, very choppy. Okay, I want to see if this bounces off of VWAP and if it does, we'll hold them. If it breaks VWAP, I'll take the loss. And it broke VWAP, so we'll take that loss. Wow, and I'm glad we did take that stop loss. That is a win in my book. If you take your stop loss on the break of VWAP, you've done the right thing. If you keep holding, you're doing the wrong thing and you're going to get wrecked. So we don't want to get wrecked. We take that stop loss, we be smart about it. And now we're going to let this little bit of volatility decide what it wants to do here. So that is gruesome. All the way back to that pre-market support zone right here. Oh yeah, this is going to break down hard this morning. Oh man, there we go. So we're going to see if we get a volatile breakdown here. Let me go back to the chart here. We filled these guys at 187, which is a little high, very high. I want to see if we can get a nice fake out and then a continuation down, because this move is disgusting. We want to see if the bulls gain control again, which I don't know if this is going to happen, or if the bears get a nice pullback. But it really is a 50-50 at this moment. We're playing the 2-day puts instead of the 0-day puts because the time decay on the 0-day puts is ridiculous. This movement would have taken 60% of your option contract easily, especially if you were out of the money. If you were playing an out of the money spread up here on the calls and this dropped, you would have easily taken a 60% loss on those contracts. So we play the 2 days. They're not as large of a move, but you're much safer when we do have these plays, if that makes sense, right? The delta is not as large, your gamma is not as large, but your time decay is much smaller per minute or per hour or per day, right? That time decay value is going to be a lot less because it doesn't expire at the end of the day. So yeah, we're going to get a huge breakdown here. What puts did I grab? I grabbed the 276 5 puts. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, this is going to be a breakdown day, which I'm fine with, because with puts we can profit quite nicely. So as far as the 15-minute, we're looking for one to break down to yesterday's close, which is at 276.25 here. Looking for a move here. And then if we get a continuation down, we're looking for the move to 275.47, which is a long ways away. Let's see how this all plays out here. And another breakdown. I know, I love my mechanical keyboard. Super clicky and annoying. We filled these at what? 187? Yep, 187. Looking for that breakdown to yesterday's close. Yesterday being Friday. Volume's fading a little bit here. You can see huge volume, a little bit less, a little bit less, a little bit less. That's these gray bars in the back here. Let's see if this is a bear trap or a bull trap, because it's going to trap somebody. but it looks pretty interesting at this point. Long wick on the 1 minute at this point. New 5 minute, which is why this is trying to gain some bullish momentum here. Let's see how this guy plays out. 5 seconds in this candle, looking like a bull trap. It's trying. Looking for that breakdown to yesterday's close. Just gotta be patient with the move. There we go. Come on. 5 minute candle. We want that to turn bearish. And that requires that this guy goes under here, under this 276.38. It's really choppy right here. We'll prep the sell order just in case we have to get rid of them. Although it's looking very weak. Just needs to break down right here. There we go. Nice little push. Let's see if some selling volume follows here. There is yesterday's close. Now, if we can get below this instead of stopping here, we're looking for a 275.5 after we hit the 276.0. Because that 276.0 is a psychological support. Yeah, this is going to continue down. I want to see that test of 276.0. Zoom out here on the 5 minutes, see if there's any other 276.16 is this possible support. So we'll mark that there just to be careful. We want to see if it uses that pre-market or if it goes further down. You don't, with these moves, you don't want to get greedy, but you also want to maximize your profit. So I'm going to take profit right here. I'm going to try to grab 199. Bingo, got him out at 199. I don't want to be greedy. I want to be very, very smart with that move. So 187 to 189, that's not bad at all. I don't want to be greedy, because if I do that, I end up holding and it just continues up into here. So my re-entry will be if we break below 276.16, and I'm going to grab some 276s, and it looks like we're about to move it up to 4 contracts here. Right about. Come on, you're almost there. Right here. Working. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. There we go. Filled. So I picked those up at 191. I want to see this breakdown continue. So now we're back at the money instead of being up here these 50s. All I'm going for on this move is to move to 276.00 with these contracts. I only want these to go in the money. Don't need anything more drastic than that. And it looks like we're going to get that. Maybe. It's tough. Double bottom, but it's just so damn weak. Just needs to push below 16. There's 14. 10 seconds on this candle. I do not like that. Let's see how this candle moves out. Alright, 5-minute candle's looking bullish, but it just opened a minute and a half ago. So there's still a lot left in that candle. 15-minute attempted to find support here. I open those at 191, okay. That's what we're looking at here, 191. Want to cap that loss at 10%, that way we don't have to dig out of a hole if we do have to take the loss on this guy. Yep, we're going to get a move up, so we're going to close this. So there's nothing wrong with taking that loss as long as you know, one, that you'll take it, right? You don't want to just let it sit there and then go for the huge loss. Let's see here. So we've got the 13 EMA, this is acting as resistance. And then we've got VWAP all the way up here. If we get above the 13 EMA, I would consider taking calls, but I'd want to see this curl up. Here we go. So, out of the money right here. New candle, yeah, let's get this push. There we go. Filled those at 171. Just want to move up to VWAP, see if we can test that. And then with time, I'd like to see this 13 EMA and the 20 SMA, the short and medium term. I want to see those connect and then cross bullish. The tough part with entering options is the fact that, one, you've got a bid and ask spread, and that's with every security, whether it being a call, put, stock, future, even crypto has a ask and a bid and an ask there. You want to make sure that, one, you can get as close to the bid as possible while still getting filled. So I take an early hit by filling at the ask in the hopes that it will continue up. If it doesn't continue, then I'm at a loss, which is what I am right now. But you want to make sure that you get filled, because if it does continue up, you don't want to be late to the game. So we're going to watch this little bit right here, looking for this 13, this short term, to curl up. But it's going to be tough. Stay above that 13 EMA. Not a lot of volume right here. Nope, it's going to continue down. Wonderful. take the stop loss here. 155. So as it stands right now, we're going to look for that move down. I want to grab 275.5 because we're looking for a move to 275.5 once we break this 276 here. This attempt to get back up couldn't even reclaim VWAP, so we're going to get some far more bearish moving. Ooh, here we go. There's a new candle. There we go. Yep, we're gonna get the move further down here. So here's there goes 276. What did I fill those at? Those are filled at 173. Okay. That's what we were looking for, right? You take your stop loss on your calls. If you see it's not going to get back up to VWAP, you get back in your puts and you ride the puts down. So here comes 275.5. Oh man, this is gross. These are almost in the money. Almost in the money. So this dotted blue line that has now appeared on our screen is yesterday's low of day. So this is going to be a huge place of support, right? This spot right here is yesterday's low of day. If this breaks down, we're going to make a lot of money. If it bounces, we'll take profits. So here comes the psychological resistance at 275.50. We'll give it a minute or so down here, see if it just completely fails and takes another large move down. Oh, there's the test. Come on. That was a great noise I just made. Oh. Alright, here we go. Below. Will it bounce or not? Honestly, there's a ton of sellers, but it can do anything right here. Weakness. A little bit of volume trying to come in here, picking up yesterday's low. I am going to take profits. And I'm out. And just like that, it bounces. So what were those? 173 to 194. That's not bad at all. If we do get continuation down, which I don't think is going to happen since it just bounced on this spot here, we'll take more puts, but it's going to be tough. How are we looking at this morning? Not too bad, honestly. Now we're looking for 1, VWAP test, or 2, a continuation on the breakdown. And honestly, this just looks disgusting, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get the breakdown. But we want to be very cautious, since this is yesterday's low of day. We're going to load up on the 275 flat. 275 zero puts. We'll just wait for them. Make sure that we're on the right side of that on the ask. We're going to wait on those. It's trying. Man, is it trying to break down here. I don't want to get in it early, because if it breaks and it bounces right back up, that's going to really suck. We want to make sure that we get that confirmation of a bearish move before we jump in. We're just following the trend. There we go. Try to get 192. Nope, we're late on that. There's the fill. We entered those at 196, okay. Not a bad spot, but we were a little bit late to it. Looking for a breakdown to 275, and 274.97 is Thursday's low of day. So that's our next target on this breakdown. Just have to be patient with it. About 30 to 35 cents there. It's getting tougher and tougher for it to break down, because bears are getting a little bit antsy. They're like, oh, it's already broken down this far, it's not going to go down further. But then it breaks support and then everybody jumps back in. There we go. Just needs to push a little bit further down. Yeah, these are tough. Feels like a bull trap, because all of these highs are lower, almost all the way down. Just 20 cents here, 17 cents. Looking for the move to 275 and 274.97. Gonna zoom in a little bit so we can get a closer picture. We can see a little bit more of the volume in the back there. 10 cents, 8 cents. Why is it bouncing here? There's no reason for it to bounce here, other than if somebody's just buying it up. There's no technical reason. Alright, so we're going to take the stop loss here. Ooh. It gets above that 50. It's a nice bullish attempt there. Turned our 5-minute candle almost upside down. Does this get continuation, or was that a hell of a bull trap? Sometimes just waiting it out, sitting on your hands, is the best way to go about it. new 15-minute candle here. As you can see, this guy still a little bit bearish. I just don't like it. $78 is still super bearish here. 10 a.m. hour, we got to be very, very mindful of this 10 a.m. spot. Looks like we're going to get a bullish movement looking at this candle right now. Yeah, I don't like it. We're going to take the stop loss on that. So a tough morning. Could have been a lot better. We did overtrade a little bit. We want to be mindful of that. I'm actually not very upset about that 196 to 193. That's not a horrible loss. But we definitely overtraded, right? If we look at Friday, we made 3 trades. 1 great trade and 2 break-evens. This morning, we made, how many trades was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades, and 2 of them were good. I mean, all of them we stuck by our stop loss, so that's a win. But having that many trades is not very good. The only thing I would consider right now, because we are at a loss, right? We're down 40, 50 bucks, whatever. We want to make sure that when we take a position, this is for every trade, that we know what's going to happen next. That there's a very high probability. Like this guy, right? We got the breakdown, we took the trade, and it was great. On this guy, breakdown, nice little fake out, but it continued down. This guy, right? We were going for the VWAP reclaim, and it never got there. Ooh, what are you doing there? Of course, we sold it that high. Rejection off the 13. What are you doing? I don't know what it's doing here. We're going to give it a few seconds. Alright, we got up to the 20 and then it failed. Perfect opportunity for puts. This guy right here, it looked like it was going to continue up and it didn't. Got that breakdown we filled here. Basically a break even, plus or minus 3 cents there. And now we got to see what we're doing here. If we get a bullish move here, we can take calls. That would be our last trade of the morning. This 10 a.m. likes to reverse the trend. If we get up here, honestly, if we get above our 20 SMA, then I'd take calls. But any time before that, I would not. But it really could go anywhere at this point. So we're just going to sit on it. We'll go a little bit longer than 30 minutes here. Let's see here. Volume is staying pretty constant this morning, which is just fine with me. That makes it a lot easier to trade. Choppy, choppy. Looks like we're going to get another breakdown here. But it could go anywhere, and that's why we're being very mindful. Oh yeah, we're going to get a breakdown. Look at that 5-minute chart. God damn it, still. Fill, damn it. Alright, so we're gonna fill at the $2 mark. Man, what a pain in the ass. So here's the breakdown. Failed, that 274.96. So we're gonna likely get a continuation. Let's see how this move reacts. Right, keep into that 10% stop loss if we need it. Although we're still getting new lows. We broke down below the 274.96. And under that, there really isn't anything. Let's move this to the daily chart really quick. That's the wrong button. Yeah, under this, there's nothing here for a while. 274.30s. 272. Yeah, there's not a lot here, so we have to zoom out now. We're gonna trash this guy, trash this guy, trash that guy, and that guy. Now that we can have a clear picture here. I don't want to bounce here. Ooh, see that flash? Somebody just sold a bunch of shares. That's probably a big firm, because nobody has that kind of leverage as a retail trader. I think they tried to flash it below that previous low, but they didn't quite have enough because there were some people on the bid. Oh yeah, here we go. Where's that? There's the button, the snipping tool. Let's quickly grab a snippet of this. Copy, go back to the chart.
Yo.
Hey, how's it going? Good morning.
Good morning. If I just take puts on this, is that going to do fine?
I mean, by the looks of it right now, I'm in puts.
Okay.
But
so
this is extremely choppy bearish movement. I've been going in and out and in and out. So it's tough. The only possible bottom is from October 15th, and that is a low of 274.30.
Okay. I will be patient.
Yeah.
Wait for the failed lower, lower high.
Yeah, it's just tough. I'm looking at my gusting movement out of the open, an attempted VWAP that didn't even get there, and then a move down, and another move down, and another move down. So let's see here. 274.96 was that previous low of day for Thursday, and that failed by a few cents, but it's bouncing now.
So I'm in the money. There it is. Buying it.
I'll stop loss at the 20 SMA on the 1 minute, which is a 275.28. But even then, it's just so weak. Buyers are trying to come in here.
Question.
Answer.
On a day trade, on a 0-day option.
That's dangerous.
Of course. How long do I have before theta is destroyed me? 5, 10 minutes, or I have like an hour?
Well, it's constantly going. So think of it as your time decay is your throw a baseball horizontally off the building, and it flies, and then it starts to really curve down. That is what time decay does on 0-day options at that last day, right? You throw it off the building. The first hour is not so bad. Second hour gets a little worse. Third hour gets worse. Fourth hour is really bad. Fifth hour is just destruction. So the first hour, hour and a half of trading isn't so bad. It's noticeable time decay, but it's not horrible.
Okay.
Right,
so what's terminal velocity? At what point is terminal?
I wouldn't go past noon.
Okay. I will hope to have to hold that long.
Yeah. Alright, okay. Spy, what are you doing here?
Let me see.
Here's the 20 SMA tap. And it breaks above 20 SMA, so we're going to take that. Oops. What are you doing here? Yeah, we're going to take the loss. Maybe. It'll try.
It's going to try, but it's not good for it.
I'm going to put it on the bid. So that was a gross loss. Still roughly 10%, but that did make our loss go, yeah, much further down today. But that's okay. Down 190. Not a horrible day. If we do get a confirmed bullish move here.
There you go. I'm bearish.
You're bearish on this?
I'm bearish on the entire move. Yes, it's going to have another leg down. I'm going to see 270 test again. I think that on the 1 hour, look at the setup. Right?
Yeah.
Look at that lower low on the 1 hour.
The lower low, yeah. However, the short-term move is attempting to go bullish. But I want to see
like the support.
Yeah, I want to see a move over the 275.5 and get that 1320 cross.
I have a 275.31 support that can't hold up.
75.31. Yeah.
And the lower low from the daily from 2 trading days ago, and I feel safe towards 273.69.
Yeah.
I would love 270.
Yeah, I'm just watching this spot right here.
For sure.
It's attempting to go bullish, but it's just not a lot of volume.
Yeah, it's flagging below that support, which is dangerous for the longs. I am confident that this will do something at the exact same time that PLAG will do something.
I mean, that'd be nice, but there's not really any correlation there.
No. It's because I need to do something for both of them at the same time, which will make it less nice. Let's see. I'm
30 seconds on this 1 minute candle.
CGA. PXS, there it is.
Spy's trying to bull flag, but it's just having a tough time. But if it does get above 275.5, then we'll get a move to VWAP. Yeah, it's trying. I'm gonna pre-set up calls, but I'm not gonna purchase them until we get above 275.5. Let's see here, Spy, what are you doing? So we got an A, B, C, D, E, F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, although if I count this whole thing as one move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's running out of bearish steam, but it could just wipe out this bottom. What are you doing here, Spy?
There's a lower low. And we're going to see a breakdown below that 2748 too, unless Qs are already past VWAP, which they had a lower high.
Mm-hmm.
And then DIA is already shoving it down.
Are they both dropping right now?
They are.
Alright, so that is going to make it a challenge to get a bullish move.
You already secured your puts?
I haven't yet. I'm looking for...
I think you should wait.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Okay, here's your drop. PXS, looking great. NETE, trying. Jeez, careful with NET, guys.
It's having a real tough time going. And this will be my last trade of the morning. Build it what looks like 211, okay. Yeah, last trade of the morning here. Let's see if we can drop below 274.80. And then we could see a move to 272, which would be swell.
Ooh, dollar in the money. Darn you. Stay below. IQs are pushing down. Lower low in the setup.
Qs are pushing down.
Low. New low a day, DIA.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to turn this guy to a 1 minute on QQQ so I can see this movement. Qs don't look that bad though.
They don't look that bad, but in the draw line from the top at 935.
Yeah, I see that trend line down.
49. So just this right here, we are above it, and I agree with what you're saying too.
And DIA, so DIA is leading it today.
Yep, DIA is leading it, and Qs are trying, but they're getting pulled, and that means it.
And 1 cent, and there's the breakdown.
And we're in the green. Let's go.
There's the breakdown.
Come here, 266. I'd love you.
I'll take 272.
Oh, well, sure. Alright, so as we discussed before, the 1 hour setup, I'm confident with the 273.7 test, conservatively 274.4. So we'll see how this holds up on the 274.4. Found the bullish movement, and I thought I'd come over here with you and do some spot.
I know. Yeah, bulls were getting crushed in the rest of the market today.
I got us 3 wins on Momo, so we'll just set them off on those. And
solid. Yeah, take that.
I'm waiting for PLAG to unhalt so I can either panic sell it with everyone else or see if it can gap, but we'll see how it has to open.
So it stands right now, the only thing really holding this up would be 274.40s. Or if bulls just decided to buy this.
Q's coming back up. Where are we at with DIA?
It's back up into the zone.
Yeah, I'm checking 1 hour setup for these guys.
But very weak.
15 minutes. 15 minute 100% bearish on DIA. QQQ. We have a bear flag forming on QQQ in the 15 minute. And then we have SPY with actually the worst setup long of the bunch. So I'm gonna hold this until noon, as we discussed.
Yeah, I'm looking to hold this for at least another 5-10 minutes. I want to see another wave in this breakdown here. Come on, SPY.
EC, careful, guys. Careful with ES.
There's 66. Oh, it tried. Bounced off 64, which was that previous low. 870s.
Qs are pulling back. DIA is pushing a new low of day.
And 1 cent away from a low of day, 2 cents. There it is, there's a new low of day on DIA.
Why are you hesitating, Spy? Come on down. So
people are trying to buy it up.
yeah, I'm seeing my profit go down even though they're seeing lower lows in the setup. So unless we're going to see a panic breakdown, which we already saw that below the 276, so I missed a good entry. Here's a low. DIA. When does volatility hit a setup like
Volatility is just so high right now. That's why the premiums are just nuts.
Right, but where it's like I have potential for
the 1 percentage point of volatility that will kick in. It's been kicking in all morning as SPY breaks down and people get more scared. You have to look at your VIX, your volatility index, and that will give you some idea, but it's really the volatility in that contract and in SPY. So volatility is 18.8% on the 2-day contracts and 20.8% on the 0-day contracts, plus or minus 2 points. Alright, what are you doing here? Come on, SPY.
Good job. NETE is much more stable.
I want to take profits here.
I'm thinking the same thing.
I'm going
hitting
to.
that odd place where...
Yeah, I took profits. Didn't want to be stupid with it. So I recovered half of my losses for this morning, so that's a good thing.
I'm gonna have to wait through this other pullback if I don't. And I already missed it. Oh wait, I want the lower low.
What time is it?
Going for the lower.
10:22. That's not bad. I want to stick around because I know this has to reclaim a little bit of it on the bullish side. Ouch. I love that move up and then straight down on the next 1 minute. It's like I know I'm over trading right now, but I'm being very careful of what trades I do make at this point of the market. Because I think I'm, 7 trades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades? Yeah.
Interesting.
So total.
It's catching a bid. Where's the DIA? DIA. So on DIA, I'm watching for 253.32 to fail as a lower high.
That's not bad. Yeah.
And there it is.
So I think I'm going to take it here.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to take the loss. It's not too bad. Not a horrible morning. But I definitely did overtrade, so it's something I'll take into account for tomorrow. Be very careful with it. Looks like we're going to get another breakdown. But only at 110, 120 in the hole, so that's not bad at all. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. It'll be quite wonderful. Looks like we're going to get some continuation bearish, and it'll be really gross for a while. We go to this day chart on SPY. Yeah, that's nasty. 270 is our solid support, but I'm not really sure if we'll get that far down. And if we do, it'll take a day or two. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. We'll not overtrade that and just be smart about it. Alright. See you guys tomorrow.